Hello friends, welcome back. In this video, I will walk you through what is Azure Entra ID. I'll explain Entra ID in detail and I'll show you what's really going on behind the scene. And this is very important and it's very basics if you are getting into Azure Cloud. So without delay, let's get started. So friends, before we dive in, this is the GitHub link where you will find every single project that I'm demonstrating. So feel free to go through and browse whichever project you like. For this specific video, I will post the exact link of the repository in the video description itself. If you would like to follow me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter and GitHub, these are the links that you can click and follow me. I will be more than happy to collaborate with you, so don't forget to follow me. Now let's dive into the video. So basically, what is Microsoft Entra ID? Let me tell you in short. Microsoft Entra ID, formerly also known as the Azure Active Directory, it is a cloud-based identity and access management service. So before I get into deeper, let me first explain few important concepts of the existing thing and how it evolved. So now for a moment, just keep aside this cloud stuff, okay? Now when you are in an IT job, when you go to a company and you log in with your username, right? So you would have been given a username. So let's say you're working in Infosys. Let's say somebody's working in Infosys, John is working, okay? So he will have john@infosys.com or john@somecompany.com, right? Now that is a user that was created when the user is about to join the organization. When they will do an administrator in the company who is will be doing this user creation in their Active Directory. So there, right, when cloud was not there, right now also whichever company is not using cloud, they'll be using Windows Server. In Windows Server, there is a service called Active Directory Domain Service, that's also called as ADTS. All right. So the ADTS is traditionally also called as Active Directory. So you are part of this Active Directory of the organization, okay? And that's where you are a user, so you log in. Now this is all happening on premises. On premises means like they are within the company network. Like you can log in only when you go to the company, right? Within the network of the company. You cannot just log in with that publicly over the internet. You cannot do that. Right, so that is what traditionally in Active Directory domain services was used. So now coming back to Entra ID. So take a look at this one, right? So I have logged into the portal. When I logged into the portal, from Microsoft perspective, I am a tenant for them. I am just a customer for them. I am an organization for them. You can name it as anything, tenant, organization, everything is same in a different concept, okay? They're all at the end of the day, it's all same concept. So basically, I am a customer for Microsoft. I may be a very small customer where they may not even see profit from me. That's okay for them, but I am a customer who's using for my personal stuff, okay? But it's all cloud based thing. So Entra ID is when you register your account into portal.azure.com, you are a tenant for Microsoft. So how am I telling this? If you go to the portal and say Entra ID, right? See, it says Microsoft Entra ID. But if I try to search with Active Directory, see Microsoft Entra ID. Here in keyword it says Azure Active Directory. So basically, 1 year back it was Azure Active Directory. They just renamed it as Microsoft Entra ID. So remember, Azure Active Directory is a cloud-based service. They are now renamed as Entra ID. If I click this, I have logged into my username, right? I am a tenant for them. I explained you already. So everything for them, they will come under their on Microsoft.com. You look at this primary domain. This is my email ID. So learnsmartcoding@gmail.com. So they just combined as one name. learnsmartcoding@gmail.on Microsoft.com. So like that, right? Every single company, even if it is a big company, they will have this name for the company. They all come under on Microsoft.com. Now, from the Microsoft perspective, okay, the every single account that is created, they are unique to Microsoft and they are all called individual Entra ID. Entra ID is something that by default they will give, and by default when we kind of people create, it's called free tier. Microsoft Entra ID, free tier. You see this licensing, there are three types of licensing. Free tier, primary, and then premium 1 and 2, P1 and P2. P1 has more extra security features than this free one, which is used by the company, and P2 is extraordinary security and other stuff, like all the P1 plus extra security is called P2. So they're all organization will use. They need a special license. It is going to cost them a lot, but it's up to the organization. But when organization do a partnership with Microsoft, they will have some contract, and then they will have some payment setup and all. It's not the same thing for us. We come under the Entra ID free licensing tier. So this is what you see. Again, this is a default directory that will be automatically created. It will have one tenant ID, that is the unique ID Microsoft can identify who I am, which organization I am. I come under this domain. If you create something, it will be definitely that something dot on Microsoft.com. Okay, so this is what is Entra ID directory overview. You can see a lot of stuff here, users, group, and all of these things we will go one by one. But in this video, we are focusing only on Entra ID. Okay, so now you know what is Entra ID. So now let's say, so Microsoft Entra ID, formerly known as Azure Active Directory, we just spoke about it. It's a cloud-based identity and access management service. That's the difference between the regular AD, which is on-premises, and this is cloud-based identity and access management service. So see, this helps organization manage users' identity, secure the access to the application and resources. One of the key features in Entra ID, you have something called multi-factor authentication, single sign-on SSO, identity protection. You can reset your own password by yourself. That's called self-service password reset, enhancing the security. So basically, right, when you locked out in your regular computer in the organization, you need to call the admin desk. They have to manually reset your password, or do something to get you out of the locked state. But when Microsoft is having this kind of feature in Entra ID, they themselves, the user themselves, can actually unlock themselves with a certain conditions. That those things we will see, but they're all features. Okay, so I'm going to go through only the important slides here. There are a lot of slides with the information. I'm going to give you everything in the GitHub repository. You can go and check it, read it. But basically, this Entra ID is called platform as a service. Okay, they already built a platform where they're giving that as a service for us, and we'll be paying and using it. Okay, that's what it is. Mainly, that's the difference between, see, this is a cloud-based service, wherein the existing organization which uses the Windows Server for managing their users and other stuff, they're called on-premises Active Directory Domain Service, ADDS. When you get into the cloud system, you also should know what is cloud, what is non-cloud, like how it is getting evolved. That's why this definition purpose and all is important. Okay, features we already spoke. They offer a lot of features like this: SSO, multi-factor authentication, password reset, all of these things available in Entra ID. And like I said, the free tier is free, and every single account will have at least one subscription. They're all free. As you use only, you'll pay the money. But for premium, it is an additional cost which organization will use. Okay, according to that, they will have a lot of security and other features. Okay, so every single tenant, every single login is created as a tenant. So for Microsoft, we are all like tenants. See, think of the house, and you have a home and you're renting a house. Whoever is coming, we call them as tenant, right? Tenant means they're gonna come stay there. They're gonna pay as when they use the home. It's the same thing. We are all tenants for the Microsoft. When we use the service provided by the Microsoft, we're gonna pay. If not, we're gonna stay there. We're not gonna pay anything. Now, I'm going to touch base some more important concepts called characteristics of Microsoft Entra ID. So the primary characteristics is this identity solution is designed for the internet-based application using the HTTP and HTTPS protocol. And then they have provided the isolations for every single tenant. Okay, and the protocols that is used in the Microsoft Entra ID is, see, they use users and groups. The users in groups are structured in a flat model. There are no organization unit or group policy objects in the Entra ID, but the other one has all of those group policy and organization unit. Now, anything in Entra ID can be queried via REST APIs. Okay, they call representational state transfer APIs over HTTP and HTTPS rather than using LDAP. LDAP is basically used for the traditional ADDS. So the Entra ID uses the authentication and federation concept. They use the SAML, WS Federation, OpenID Connect, OAuth. Those are the authorization and authentication stuff the Entra ID uses. So let's see some keys difference, right? ADDS is a comprehensive directory service for managing on-premises. Like I said, you should understand both. And cloud integration, while Microsoft Entra ID focuses on identity management specifically for cloud-based applications. Structure, if you see, ADDS offers some hierarchical structure with OU for organization, wherein the Entra ID uses a flat structure without the OU. Authentication perspective, if you see, the ADDS, the primary one, uses the Kerberos protocol, wherein the Microsoft Entra ID relies on the REST API switches, HTTP protocol, and it also uses SAML and OpenID Connect. But from deployment perspective, ADDS can be deployed on premises or on Azure VMs, wherein this Entra ID is exclusively based only for the cloud-based application. So last but not least, plan-wise, we already spoke. By default, it is under the free tier. There is two more plan called P1 and P2. P1 has a lot of security features. P2 is on top of P1. So P1 and then P2 stuff. So basically, the organization who requires the security and a lot of other services, they will use this kind of P1 and P2 licenses. Okay. So I think we have come to the end of this video. So all about this Entra ID, which is nothing but Azure Active Directory, which is a cloud-based services which Microsoft is providing. Okay, so this is what all you wanted to know about Entra ID. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will talk about more on the cloud stuff one by one in different videos. Stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tech tutorials. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Happy coding!